No, no,
Nidalee.
wait. I was like, Pike mid? No, surely not. Okay, it's Ari.
So it is actually going to be the Karma in the mid lane. Pantheon Smolder as a bot lane duo.
Comes to Nidalee's playstyle. It's just like, go into the brush, you're in auto attack range, just auto attack them once and jump away. Just don't let them have the opportunity to trade back against you. That's kind of a Nidalee game plan. Just annoy as much as possible, only one-sided trades, and you just build an advantage very slowly.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Rack actually taking the Ignite here in the top lane.
Yeah.
And
no
hang on a
TP
minute.
when it comes to this team.
Riftmark has run to the bot lane with a Rin's early flash there, though. From Judgy Rocks. Are Harvey's Angels trying some kind of a lane swap here? No, maybe not. No, they're not. Never mind.
Yeah, that's curious about that one. I mean, yeah, it's. I think we did see it performed once. The lane swap specifically. That was like, I think that was Ben versus Slash Pause, where Slash Pause decided to switch the top and bot around just to try and put Aatrox behind a little bit.
Yeah.
And get their bot lane in a more comfortable position. Don't think that really gave them the results they were looking for, but yeah, it looks like we're just going to see regular lane allocations.
Yeah, it makes sense. Both junglers starting on the top side as we're going to see 777 go on to Granny Spanner and chunk out about 40% of the Zyra's health bar. Not a bad start to the laning phase there for the Pantheon.
Yeah, you may still have that range advantage, but you can't really let yourself run into Pantheon W range. They still have level 2 though. It's going to be a lot of damage onto Aura here. He's going to get rooted up and killed.
Yeah, they just blow up the Pantheon. Ignite does come down, but I don't even think they needed it, to be honest. No defensive summoner on Tenchi outside of the Ghost, so no way to heal up that support. And when you pick a melee support, especially a melee support that relies on all-inning so much like Pantheon, this is the risk that you run.
Yeah, it's just level 2 versus level 1. Your bot lane is going to be always that much more powerful with an extra skill point. We're seeing a gank top lane.
Yeah, Rin's looking to start pushing the pace of the game
going
forward. Actually having to flash away as Rack turns it around, finds one. Riftmark now under fire as the red buff going to start ticking from this Nidalee. He's not going to find both. Ooh, flash away at the last second.
That was almost a double kill. My god, it's it's not even 5 minutes into this game, and Rack is making top lane his kingdom. He kills the jungle as he ganks him, almost kills the Gragas at the same time.
Speaking of Rack making top lane his kingdom, I'd just like to point you towards the top lane CS.
Yeah, like, Gragas, I guess he just wasn't allowed to walk up to the wave at all.
Yeah, and we thought Brazil versus Germany at the World Cup was bad. Try 60-4. Yeah. Gonna be a difficult one for Rift to get himself back into. No summoners on any of the top laners, but the Ignite will be back up soon, so Rack going to be able to threaten.
Yeah, Nidalee doesn't really care as much about losing Flash because the Cougar W is such an annoying gap closer to have. Now a gank mid lane though.
Yeah, Judgy coming in. Oh, Bishan gonna get stunned up, dove on by the Echo and the snapback. Gonna gift Judgy his first kill of the week. Setting that one up really, really nicely with the roots to allow for the stun to land. And yeah, relatively easy there for 777.
Yeah, no notes there. Just wonderfully executed by Fool and Judgy. Oh yeah, that We see exactly what's going on top lane. Like, every time Rift tries to trade back, he's just denied completely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be rough for Rift up in the top lane. You know, at this point, when the Nidalee's buying a cull first reset to further snowball an advantage, it's just about survival. Pick up all the XP, get as much gold as you can. There's not much more you can do than that, really, as we're going to see the Ahri actually roaming down in towards this bot lane. Flash Charm going to connect, but they're not going to be able to blow the Pantheon up through the shield.
Yeah, Ara just barely getting away because of a nice timing on the Heartseeker strike there. Brings the shield up, and, well, it does mean he had to, like, run with his tail between his legs there, but at least it's not a kill. But this
yeah, but you force
advantage
out the Ahri
from
flash there as well.
This advantage from Harvey's Angels bot lane, it's still growing, which is important for a champion like Ezreal. You want to have him ahead in the lane, ideally. They're going straight into the dragon next.
Ooh, Charm lands. Full. Trading back really well, actually, onto the Ahri. Void Grub's collected as we watch that. And I agree. Harvey's Angels building a bot lane lead really, really well. But when you look the ticking time bomb that is on the other side of the lane, you've really got to start accelerating things. Otherwise, this Smolder will just start blowing people up.
Yeah, and just like we've mentioned, Arin's not shying away from those invades. Granny Spanner helping him here. A charm, really nice from autoplay.
Oh, the flash. Not quite going to take him to safety. Arin's collects one there. Kill score going to even up. Gold still slightly in the favor of 777. The majority of that going to be in Rack's back pocket. But quite an eventful early game so far.
Just want to see how... I guess it's just one stack for now. So, quite modest from Arin's, but obviously getting that kill is big for the Kindred. Oh, Rack. Oh, they have to be careful here. I mean, he's taking the fight. He's not afraid at all. Riftmark, no level 6 yet.
He's proven he wins that 1v2 once already. And I'm not going to doubt him that he can do it again. Rack just exerting all of the influence that we expect at this point from him. And at the moment, it doesn't seem like Harvey's Angels really have a way to deal with it.
Yeah, later on, they will still have to deal with the Nidalee side lane threat. And I'm not quite sure who's going to match her.
No. Maybe the Ahri, I guess, because you could just clear waves and leave, but it's gonna be sketchy either way. We're gonna see a first plate picked up here for Rack, the first of many, you would imagine, as the cask actually gonna knock him back under the tower. Body slam keeping him stunned up, and Rack taking a lot of damage here, but dealing just as much, if not more, back. Riftmark burning away, and the final spear finds its mark. Meanwhile, a charm gonna land onto the Karma. Arin's and autoplay trying to pick one up here, but Judgy Rock's joining the fight. 2 versus 3. But I think everyone's just gonna disengage.
Yeah, as Rack was fighting Riftmark there to the death, we saw another 2v2 just behind them. I mean, below them on the map. We just didn't get to see all of that. But
so much damage coming through onto the Ezreal there.
What's important there was 777 managed to just deny the gank completely that was coming in from Harvey's Angels. And that allowed Rack to just have an isolated 1v1 there and just pick up another kill.
Yeah, and this is... unless this is really going to start becoming a problem for Harvey's Angels. Like, we saw Rack tearing away some plates there just as that 1v1 started. He is going to continue to do that, and as this Nidalee keeps farming up, he is going to get stronger and stronger and be able to kill Riftmark and those towers quicker and quicker and quicker until he's hitting your Nexus towers. And at that point, the game is basically over. But Rack, he's doing a great job at generating pressure for the rest of his team.
Yeah, he's going to be playing up like this all the time. And that does create a situation for Harvey's Angels where, like, they will have to make a decision. And it may not be the right decision. I mean, depending on what 777 does with the rest of their team. This next dragon coming up quite soon.
Yeah, a minute away from that. So we're going to see a flash forward onto the Ezreal. Time Gear diving away. Mom is called in. Tenshi flashing forward to pick that one up, but Arin's going to be joining the fight very, very shortly. Granny Spanner trying to keep the AD carry interested as the Grand Skyfall going to miss the mark a little bit, and another kill going to be donated to the Ahri.
I'm not sure what that was about from 777. I mean,
yeah.
Tenshi, you know, when he made that play, he basically signed his own death warrant. Like, I'm going to trade here, and that's fine. But I think Ara was not aware of the looming threat. He wanted to help, but yeah, he just died right afterwards.
It happens. They are, as a silver lining, at least going to get all 6 Void Grubs. Judgy picking those up amidst all of the chaos. And Rack continuing to torment poor Riftmark.
Usually those...
It's just sad, because I can imagine myself in Rift's position.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, we've all been on the receiving end of a game like this, right? Like...
Yeah, I think both of us have been on the receiving end of a rack flavored beatdown.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing Shen versus Maokai, and he still did that to me. Like, it's not just... Dude, it's not just Nidalee. This guy is... When it comes to laning, he's such an annoying little guy. Like, what are you supposed to do versus that?
But he also knows his limits so well. But we're going to see a fight in the bot lane. Granny Spanner taken very low. The Stranglethorns going to dissuade any further aggression. But again, those summoner spells being forced out from 777.
Yeah, now both side lanes for... Oh. No, Rack is not going to die here. He's fine.
That's plate number 4. For Rack. Ooh, Fool's got to be careful. 3 people collapsing, dashing forward. The Spirit Rush is going to come out. Is the charm going to land from autoplay? Holding it. It is going to hit. Judgy running forward. Stun not going to land, but Arin's taking a big chunk of damage. Does have the land for play. Calls down the invulnerability field as Ara dives in. The dragon flying over the fire. Burning bright as Arin's burning down. Not quite going to fall. Autoplay misses another charm. But no one's going to die amidst that chaos.
Yep, Harvey's Angels trying to make the proactive move before the dragon so that they can secure it safely. Arin's is quite low, but given the current situation, I feel like Harvey's Angels should still be able to secure this one. I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think so. Judgy, I mean, obviously Harvey's Angels don't know this, but Judgy on the top side, taking his blue buff, he's conceding pressure around the Drake. It will be second dragon for Harvey's Angels, whilst Rack starts work on the second tower in the top lane.
Plates are not even falling on the other side of the map, by the way. Let's just... let's just take that into context here. This guy is doing this 14 minutes in. He took the first turret, all 5 plates. I'm quite sure he has Triforce in base already.
Can we see how much gold this Nidalee's got right now? Actually, really quick. Can we get a look at the gold?
I don't think this hotkey's working. I mean, he just bought Triforce, so I imagine it had to be like 2,000 gold in his pocket. Oh, it was more than that. Jesus.
Okay. Oh, he's got the Cull Pop as well.
That's so much money.
Yeah, this Nidalee making bank. We are starting to see first items completed everywhere. I mean, Rack will be on his 3rd by the time everyone else has their 2nd at this rate. But Lichbane picked up for Judgy, Kraken Slayer for Arin's. Both mid laners, both ADCs with their first items as well.
Ooh, nice pick.
Judgy, the Chrono Shift going to save him, but should not be getting caught out like that. As Ara dives forward, Rack's moving down to join this. I don't know if Harvey's Angels want this fight.
Like, Usually
just gonna be a few auto attacks.
those individual little spears from Italy don't really hurt, but when Rack is building like this, they do hurt quite a bit. So in those skirmishes, Rack does not even need to hit the Qs to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. As the tower taken in the top lane, the teleport actually being channeled here by auto player Rings coming around on the flank for Ara diving forward. Massive Smolder ult finds 2 in the back line. They're going to lose their top laner, but at what cost for Harvey's Angels? Lantera Spike comes down, Judgy dashing in, trying to keep himself alive. Tenchi finds another one onto a Rins, but the fight actually turning completely for Harvey's Angels. Full trying to tank up, trying to buy space for the Smolder. But it's going to end as a 3-for-3. Harvey's Angels on the retreat. I think the biggest beneficiary of that is probably Tenchi.
Yeah.
But that fight was a lot closer than it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah, Harvey's Angels like maneuvered around this fight very well, I think, but I still question the very idea of contesting this so valiantly. But it's just the Rift Herald. I'm not really a fan of like Rift Herald as an objective in the first place. You had already like a pretty good trade going on. Autoplay took bot lane tier 1 while the Rift Herald was happening.
Oh my god, the damage coming through from Ara just annihilates the Zyra. Might lose their life in return as Arin's going to join the fight, but Fool here now. Are we just going to see a succession of 1v1s? And that's 3 people picked off on their own.
Oh, that's the karma. That's the karma we all fear.
It always comes back for you.
When Malignance is completed, this champion gets very obnoxious. Very fast.
Yeah, what is the interaction with Malignance on Karma Ultimate? Is it any spell that's ultimate empowered?
Well, it's just like the cooldown, the aura cooldown just goes... It's just shorter no matter what. And if you look at Karma and how short her cooldown already is...
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous,
without even any passive procs.
Oh, they're looking onto Riftmark here. The Grand Starfall going to be called down. Good cask, knocking everyone away.
Oh my god.
Might well keep the Gragas alive, as meanwhile Rack just deletes the Ahri in the bot lane. I think there was an Ahri on my screen. I'm not sure.
That was like 8p Nidalee damage. What was that Q?
Yeah. Triforce Sheen passive? I don't know, man. That was a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Tenchi might be caught out in the mid lane, having to flash. True Shot Barrage goes wide as the teleport comes through from the Karma, and Smolder's protection squadron has arrived.
Dragon's coming up, but Harvey's Angels will have to want to deal with this Rack split push, and the TP's coming out.
I don't think Rack cares. I don't think Rack cares that Dragon's coming up. He wants that tower. He's gonna get it. He's about to get.
He's just gonna run away
as well.
They can't. Yeah, they can't catch him. Oh my! He takes the grasp. No. Oh, Ahri Charm. They will catch him. Actually,
okay. They will catch him. Thankfully, wait. Okay, never mind. I saw a 400 HP heal, and I thought he might be able to pull some shenanigans, but no. On the other side, Rift and Time Gear able to poke away at the 7/7 health bars as Ara gonna fall. Dragon is stolen away by Arins as the dragon flies over, but no fatalities on the Harvey's Angels side. Autoplay looking for more, but no, doesn't want to chase too far. And all of a sudden, Rift Herald summoned in the mid lane. Harvey's Angels could be about to extend quite a large gold lead for themselves.
It felt like 777 wanted to just get pretty much everything there was to get on the map, but I guess let's see if they can stop this Harvey's Angels push. Okay, I think it's over. Just like, okay, Rack held off multiple people for a long time, but that wasn't enough time for them to just take the dragon with 2 people only on it.
But it was also
there's
weird.
Another fight.
Yeah, wait, we are gonna see another fight. A nice E gonna slow everyone up, but no one going to over aggress. Difficult to chase into a Zyra, to be fair.
Yeah, that is Very true. One of the
Very
better
difficult to chase
disengaged
with that
supports
jungle.
there is. Yeah, well, despite all that, Harvey's Angels, they do have free dragons, but like we said before this game even started, if you have the Smolder, your chances of winning do go up significantly.
Can we get a quick Smolder stack check?
Let's see, 178? The
Okay.
chat is in the way. I think it's 178.
So nearly at critical mass here for Tenshi. So now we're going to have to see if Harvey's Angels have a way of dealing with this, if they can maneuver successfully around this Smolder. Rack, again, looking to split push and continue his torment of Riftmark. Nearly completed the Flame Horizon over his lane opponent.
Yeah, now because 777 have this really strong split pusher, they will want to try and draw Harvey's Angels into the Baron at the same time.
Arins?
What
He needs to
in
be
the
careful here.
world?
He just could just get blown up, forced to throw the ultimate
Oh.
down, and I think he's still just gonna die. No,
Just
not quite.
barely.
Flash. Not enough. Riftmark body blocking and saving his jungler at the last second. But Harvey's Angels need to be really, really careful when trying to shut this Riven down. It's Riven down? No, that's not a Riven, that's a Nidalee. Where have I just pulled Riven from?
Well, that was a very important kill for them because now they just... There's so much pressure that they don't have to deal with right now, and they're just walking into the enemy jungle like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, Tenshi taking a big chunk there from Riftmark and Grand
Oh!
Spanner. Oh my god, the damage that's coming through. Judgy Rocks on this Echo, looking to make things happen, looking to pop
Oh, what a snipe!
heads, but the snipe comes down.
I mean, it has to be said that Harvey's Angels... Oh, is that another solo kill? No. I just want to say Harvey's Angels... It's really quite apparent that Arins is calling a lot of these shots. Like, Kindred, everyone else is just walking with them into the jungle, taking any fight that looks even remotely good. And now, this advantage in tempo, they're just going to take this Baron.
Yeah, but Rack and the rest of 777 are in the area. They might not be able to steal the objective, but they're going to look to take
no
the fight.
way!
It is a steal from the Nidalee! He's going to fall to the Smolder to start the fight off as well. But Rack giving his life for the objective. 777 now looking to pick off as many exit kills as possible. Not going to be able to find the Ahri. Are they going to be able to find any more? It is actually a 1-for-2 fight loss for 777, but collecting the Baron saves all of that.
we're not
Judgy
done.
going to look to even those odds up. He finds the Zyra. Stunned up, kill donated into the Echo's back pockets. And... I mean... What else
What
can
does
you say
this
about
guy
Rack,
not
man?
do, is my question.
Like,
He
what
solo
else can-
kills,
what else?
he split pushes, now he just takes the Baron when there's no
Yeah.
smite on your team?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. Dragon about to spawn here as well. There are all members barring the Zyra on the map. Currently a 3v3 here in the bot side river. Harvey's Angels with the health bar advantage. Can they find their way onto the objective? Zyra is alive and running. Crab secured by 777 as a charm goes wide. Nothing really landing as a spear connects onto the autoplay. Rift diving over. Cast separates the fight completely as the Pantheon is removed from the equation. Time Gear going to be the first one to fall though. Judgy picking that one up. Rack on the back line, zoning out 3 as the Kindred falls.
You're
He finds a
kidding.
double kill on the backside. He will fall down to the Zyra, but he's done his job. He's more than pulled his weight this game. Rack, it's just Rack's world and we're all living in it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm seeing a Nidalee just do unspeakable things on the Rift. This
Yeah.
feels even more dominant than the last time we saw Rax Nidalee. This is, like, absolutely absurd. He was, like, fighting 3 or 4 people.
Part? The worst part is as well. He's like not even like. It's not like he's 9-0. Like he's 5-5.
he does have a fair amount of kills, and he's like pretty high in terms of CS numbers, so he's very fed, especially compared to his lane counterpart here, who's like just hit 2 items. Throw a Frozen Heart, while Rack is already on Abyssal Mask and probably building a Frozen Heart of his own.
Yeah, about to complete his 4th item. The Triforce Sundered Sky, all of the damage that Rack needs. Now it's just, how tanky can I get so I can cause all of the chaos in these team fights? Tenshi on the Smolder as well, doing a very, very good job at outputting damage to supplement Rack, but how he is allowed to pretty much solo zone 3 people in that team fight, as we're going to see Riftmark getting jumped on again, is quite tanky now, though, the Gragas. So Fool and Ara may struggle to finish this kill off, as Arin's going to join in. Granny Spanner on the flank as well. They're going to look to pick 2 kills up for themselves here, but Judgy Rock's trying to save his mid laner. I don't know if he's going to be able to get Fool out alive. May have to just abandon ship as the Smolder ult comes down. Judgy finds 1. Time Gear and Arin's diving forward, and the Echo gives over another shutdown. Tenshi wisely leaving. Meanwhile, Rack just farming a little bit more. Doesn't quite have enough money in the bot lane.
I mean, luckily for 777 here, there's no major neutral objective to fight over, but that was, like... I know this Gragas is behind, but all you have is a Karma and Pantheon, and you're trying to kill this Gragas, who has a Frozen Heart and Rod of Ages. He's quite tanky, even in that context. So, just overextending for a pick, and Harvey's Angels punish very fast.
I'm still trying to just, you know, get over the fact that we've seen a Baron steal and then that double kill in the previous fight off this Nidalee. My brain is a little bit frazzled by this. And this is only game 1 of the night, remember. We've got 2 more to come after this.
I'm just gonna check Kindred stacks quickly, and then Smolder stacks after that. Kindred is sitting at 7, so that's alright. That's pretty good.
That's 2nd breakpoint, right?
And then
is that 2nd breakpoint?
We look at Smolder.
Two,
in chat.
one,
Need to move this.
2-1 something, I think.
He's not at 225 yet.
No, it's 213, I think it said.
Yeah. Still waiting for that last breakpoint.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be there before long. And then the executes will start raining down. Baron, 40 seconds away. Dragon, a minute 30. Are we going to see any more steals come through from either of these teams? Or is the team that starts the objective the one that's actually going to finish it? Tenshi, under a bit of threat here, has a Gragas behind him that I don't think he knows about.
Well, there's a Pantheon behind Ezreal.
Yeah, there's also a Pantheon. Who's actually the one being flanked here as Time Gear gonna find Ara before falling. That is the 225 stacks though reached for the Smolder. The ears, I think it's the ears that start glowing. Are glowing. And
now... I didn't know there was a visual indicator.
Yeah, there's a visual indicator on the champion model. Like the bits on his forehead, like eerie bits, start glowing when he's 225.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy sequence, by the way. Like, who's flanking who there?
Yeah, right. Like,
oh, hold on.
Meanwhile, Rack just solo kills.
My camera was certain on the wrong person.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Who's matching this Rack guy in the side lane?
Yeah, I thought.
I don't know about this one.
Safely. Yeah, Rins,
he's doing it.
He has to throw down the Lamb's Respite, though, which gives Rack some extra time. Not going to find the kill, thanks to the help of the Zyra and the Gragas. But now you've got Judgy lurking in the wings. Ara in the area as well, with Tenshi looking to join this fight. The stun comes through, Tenshi flying over the wall. And there's the first execute.
I mean, that was still very important for 777. The fact that Rack managed to buy so much time.
Oh, no, sure.
you know, he dies there, but that creates enough of a window for 777 to just set up Appa Dragon, also get the pick. I don't think this means Baron yet, but that's a lot of additional tempo that they still have. But Harvey's Angels are just not wasting any time. They're just going for the Baron themselves.
Yeah, this may come back to bite them, though. 4 members of Harvey's Angels in the area, but it is also answered by 4 on the side of 777. Ara going to get just chunked out, but the Baron is stopped. And giving your supports life to get the enemy team off Baron, not the worst trade in the world. If Autoplay can find a charm here, though, it could. Never mind.
Oh, looks like we're just going... Oh. No, never mind. We're just looking for a fight in the jungle here.
Yeah, as they're going to
Riz really wants this.
Forwards.
Oh no.
Big damage.
Smolder damage.
Big damage from the Smolder. Yeah, we've hit 30 minutes,
Yikes.
guys. Smolder is very much a champion.
Yeah, this is getting dangerous.
Yeah. And this is the thing with Smolder, right? Because it's like we said at the top of the day. Smolder being a champion that scales is not a bad thing. Scaling champions are fine, like they exist. It's how quickly Smolder seems to scale, or how few windows there are to punish a Smolder while he is scaling.
You know,
if that makes
and also how easy it is to just have a good team fight with Smolder. You just line up your ult and then Q a few times and you probably win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about fair.
Oh, a lot of poke.
Granny
Straight up
Spanner gonna get
Granny
jumped on.
Spanner.
Here comes the big dragon, and now Tenshi is on the backline, 1 versus 2. Arin's gonna get chunked out into the Lamb's Respite by Rack, and Rack now gets to rain hell. Tenshi finds another. They answer back 1 onto Rack. They're gonna not find Judgy, but here comes the burn. There goes 1. Tenshi's out for blood, wanting more. Are we gonna see 2? We are, but not for the Smolder's life, and Judgy picks up number 5. Would have been a pentakill had Tenshi not fallen there.
I mean, I don't think... You know, I think there are at least 2 kills there that Smolder didn't quite deserve, but he gets them anyway because, you know, the burn plus the execute, and yeah. That's his credit now.
I guess this is the thing with Smolder, right? Because you're not really a champion for the first 20 minutes of the game. So then you end up like getting a load of assists, and your teammates end up getting all the kills. So then when the 25-30 minute mark happens, when you're online with the execute, you then get to take all the kill credit back.
Well, Judgy's fine here. Yeah, another problem for Harvey's Angels, I think, that they have to figure out is there's not a lot that they have to actually lock the Smolder down in place. Like, Ahri has charm, but how
save
easy
a charm or a root.
Yeah, like, how do you actually reach him?
You get Rift Mark on some insane Gragas flank,
flank
with the big bomber. But yeah, no, outside of that, how do you shut this Smolder down? It's going to be very difficult. And another flash forward from Ara onto Time Gear. The Lamb's Respite going to keep Time Gear standing. But that is just the damage that this duo can offer. They're wanting more. The Chrono Shift forced out from Judgy Rocks. And Tenshi actually getting chunked quite a bit here.
Is he going to take the recall here? It looks like he will, but that's not really stopping 777 from just getting control in the enemy jungle.
I mean, look at Rack. He just doesn't care.
He's so tanky with this build.
Yeah. Yeah. And the unending despair as well, just to offer that, like, so much more sustain through these team fights.
Yeah, that's one Q and it barely scratches him from Ezreal.
I mean, that is also like what, like a 4.5k HP Nidalee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So that's 3 Chemtech Drakes picked up for 777 now, and does Chemtech Drake gives tenacity, right?
Yeah, every individual Drake I think gives you. Well,
Pretty sure it's tenacity. It's like healing and shielding power and tenacity. But you're talking about wanting to lock this Smolder down. Now that he's got like 20% tenacity for free from Chemtech Drake, that window, if you do manage to hit him, is so much smaller. Meanwhile, we see autoplay there almost falling just to the splash damage from the Smolder. We're going to go look at top lane instead, because Rack hitting a tower is more interesting. Explosive cast to try and clear the wave, but it's not enough, and now Rift may pay with his life. Body Slam going to connect, pushing the Nidalee away. And Rack, content that he's won the trade, is going to now just start looking for the inhibitors. Arin's going to join the fight. Rack now diving forward onto the Kindred, flashing over the wall, getting himself away. And 777 are going to take Baron.
oh,
Or not.
we're actually walking away. They don't want to just get poked down in the Baron pit, which is fair. But they're just going to let Rack do his thing here. He may have been stopped once, but that doesn't really, you know, seem to phase him here.
No, not at all. Rack seems hell-bent on getting this bot lane inhibitor secured. And does not seem to want to leave the lane until it is secured. It's judgy. So much damage coming through now from the Echo as well.
That just could have been his dead Zyra there if the root doesn't land.
Smolder really starting to accelerate as well. The AoE on the Q ever growing with stacks. Oh no. Oh no, Rift.
It's gonna take a while for him to die here, but...
Yeah, initially I was worried. Looking at how long it's taken Rack to do this much damage, I'm a lot less so. But just look at the sticking power of this Nidalee. You cannot get away from it. Meanwhile, Ara and Tenshi getting dove on in the mid lane, they can't get away, or Ara can't get away at least, as Judgy Rock's now going to join the fight. Stranglethorn's thrown down, will not protect the Zyra. The Dragon called in, not going to find anything on the backside, and Fool now caught in the wilderness on his own. Lamb's Respite thrown down to save from the Smolder execute, and now Rack is here. Lands the spear onto the Ahri. Charm going to connect though, but look at how little damage this Nidalee takes. Rack diving in the middle of 3 will fall eventually to Arin's. Tenshi falling as well, as Judgy Rock's sprinting for the bot lane inhib.
This just, like, devolved into guerrilla tactics. Like, it's just every man for himself here. The fights are so chaotic. Jungler in the side lane actually gets stopped by Rift.
Yeah.
Baron for Harvey's Angels potentially on the cards.
Yeah, and what can Fool do?
Oh no!
To delay? Oh, it's not quite gonna fall.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Ara's ulting in.
Oh, here we go. Arin's will fall. Ara trading their life, but I don't think it's gonna stop the Baron.
Yeah,
Rift
no
Mark
smite, but there's no
Time
chance
Gear.
for steal.
Yeah, Riftmark and Time Gear just about having enough. I don't know if Fool had stuck around if he'd have been able to do something there.
I mean, we talked so long about, like, 777 just doing whatever they want on the map, but I don't know about whatever that was. And, you know, you can't forget that Harvey's Angels do have scaling on their side. I mean, Ezreal, well, I've just seen what item he's built last.
Why has he got a Rylai's in his inventory?
Oh my god. I've never seen this one before. I guess this is a replacement for Serylda's Grudge, just for the slow.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I
Yeah,
guess. I mean, it will help.
I'm curious. Let's see it in
I'm
action.
here for it. Let's let him cook. Let's let him cook, and we will judge after we see it in a fight. Rift baiting rack forward. The Banshee is going to be taken away from full. As Ara looking for a flank, dodging away from the Mystic shots, and 777 with position, but they do have a Rins on the flank with a Blast Cone. Dragon's going to be started up. Rins looking to Blast Cone over as the Dragon is called through. No. Ara is the first to fall in the fight, but Rift going to answer it very, very soon. Judgy picking up Kentic Drake on the backside. Tenshi currently free firing, taken very, very low by Time Gear, burning away at the Ezreal. The AD carries trade 1-for-1. Rack and Rins looking for the 1v1 on the top side as well, and there's only one way that one's going. Double kill for Judgy. Rack rounds out the fight. It's a 5-for-2 in the favor of 777, and that may just be game.
Yeah, I think with a bot lane inhibitor already down, the waves coming in, death timers are enough. I think 777 just end the game here. We just walk this super minion wave into the towers, and that should be the game.
It did devolve into a little bit of a fiesta. Points. We can't lie. But I think it is relatively safe to say 777 comfortably showing why they already have secured themselves for playoff seeding.
Yeah, well, I'm just having a bit of a laugh here looking at Ara's scoreline. He was committed to the cause.
Wait, 5 and 15?
15 deaths in one game.
15 deaths?